Hello and welcome back to MidCat's weekly podcast on the COVID-19 situation in India. I'm Nikita Kohli, a geopolitical intelligence analyst with MidCat Advisory Services, and I will be talking to you about the numbers as of 17th of September 2020. Looking at the numbers, we see that certain areas have a lot of cases and others are seeing a decline. So we will look at the nationwide analysis and followed by state-wise analysis to see where are the cases and how should we think about moving ahead. Looking first at the nationwide analysis, we see that the number of confirmed cases in India has now crossed 5 million cases. With this increase in the numbers of COVID-19 confirmed cases, India is now the country with the second largest number of infections in the world. Only the United States, with 6.8 million cases, is ahead of India at the moment. The number of active cases in India has now for the first time crossed 1 million cases. Despite this increase, the percentage of active caseloads has declined to just below 20%. The doubling rate in India has also seen a slight decline to just over 33 days, and the per week growth rate of India is also seeing a slight decline as compared to last week. Despite all of that, the fact remains is that the number of cases per day continue to increase. In fact, the past week, that is between 10th and 17th of September, recorded more than 90,000 new cases every single day. And the single largest increase was on 16th of September, with more than 97,000 new cases recorded in one day alone. This is one of the largest single day increases across the world, and this is something we need to be extremely cognizant of and very much beware of. But how do these cases translate into the deaths and the fatalities that we have as well as recoveries? Looking first at the fatalities, we see that as of 17th of September, there are just over 83,000 deaths due to COVID-19. This means that India has a case fatality rate of just 1.63%, which is extremely low when compared to the infection rate of similar countries. When we look at the past week, we have about 7,000 additional deaths, just below that, and we saw about 1,000 additional deaths every single day. In fact, the single largest increase in the past week was 1,291 deaths recorded in the day. Despite that, the number of deaths increasing, but the case fatality rate remains low. Now we will understand in the next section what is the relevance of the case fatality rate compared to the others. First, when we look at the additional cases, we see that we have once again marked the largest single week increase, which is more than half a million cases. The number of recoveries have also crossed, which is now about 4 million case recoveries. That means we have a recovery rate of over 78%. But when we look at the number of cases which are increasing and the recoveries, which is quite understandable when we look at how many samples have been tested. As of 17th September, more than 60 million samples have been tested as per ICMR for COVID-19. And with this, the test positivity rate of India is 8.45%. So it is quite obvious that with the number of tests done in India, which are increasing rapidly and now over 60 million in 8 months, and we have now million plus tests being done every single day for at least the past 3 weeks, the numbers will increase. But while the testing in India comprises of both the RT-PCR test and the rapid antigen detection test, we now see that the RAT tests have increased up to about 40% of the total COVID-19 diagnostic tests. So it is possible that some of the cases that we are seeing are false positives as well. Despite that, there will also be some cases which are not being reported. So how do we balance out these cases? This is the main difficult part that we need to understand now. A lot of places, especially in the backward and more rural areas, which do not have accessibility to testing, as well as a lot of people who are afraid now of the stigma that comes with being COVID positive are not going for the test. At the same time, the tests which are being administered can lead to false positives. This has led to a very dichotomous situation in India. But when you look at the recoveries, it's quite interesting to see that while the US has over 1.5 million more cases than India, the two countries have almost the same number of recoveries, that is just about 4 million each. With this, USA has about 60% recovery rate, while India has 79% recovery rate. So this is where the difference comes in. That if even if India's record is getting worse, how many of the people are actually active, which is about 20%, and about 79% are the recoveries. which is the positive note. However, when we look at the way India has progressed to get to the next million case, that is very worrying. In fact, India reached the first 1 million cases in 5.5 months. It reached 2 million cases just 21 days after that. The next 1 million, that is 3 million cases, were reached in just 16 days. 4 million cases in just 13 days, and 5 million cases in 11 days. This is a decreasing progression, and it shows that perhaps the next million cases would happen in just another few days, which is a very worrying situation. And it's entirely possible if we are having over half a million cases being reported in 1 week alone. But where are these cases happening? That is the most important question that we need to ask. When we look at the top 5 states with maximum number of cases, they remain the same as of last year, which is Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Uttar Pradesh. These 5 states together contribute to about 60% of all cases in India. And the top 5 states with higher number of fatalities are slightly different, which are Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Delhi, which contribute to again roughly about 70% of all fatalities, similar to what we said last week. Maharashtra is now the first state to have more than 1 million cases. Its two largest cities, Mumbai and Pune, contribute to almost 40% plus of all cases in the state. And Pune is actually the worst state than even Mumbai. Pune is now the worst performing metro city across India. It has the highest case count of over 300,000 and the lowest recovery rate of 65% and a 32% active caseload. There's almost double the caseload as compared to Mumbai. Mumbai, if you remember correctly, was one of the cities which had the highest caseload for a very long period of time. But when you look at the states which are performing better as compared to Maharashtra, we see that Bihar is now seeing a downward trend of COVID-19 cases from its peak in mid-August. The last week has in fact recorded less than 2,000 cases every single day, and it also boasts of 92% recovery rate, which is one of the highest recovery rates in the country. The number of cases in Delhi continue to rise. The capital has marked its single largest increase yet on 16th of September with over 4,000 cases. Large part of the increase can be attributed to its aggressive testing strategy, with Delhi conducting the highest number of COVID-19 tests per day per million, which is more than double of the national average, in fact. The upward trend of the capital can be expected to continue as more offices restart and more people come back from across the country to Delhi to rejoin their work. But when you look at the other metro cities which are doing at least better than Delhi, you see that Chennai is now one of the best performing metro cities. Though it also has a very high caseload, it has presently a 92% recovery rate and is now seeing about only 1,000 new cases every single day, down from its peak of more than 2,000 cases in June. However, the main hotspot that we need to really be worried about right now is Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh presently has the highest growth rate amongst all the states in India. It's recording more than 3,000 cases every single day for the past 3 days, and it has recorded almost 20,000 new cases in the past week. Chhattisgarh has a very low 48% recovery rate, which is one of the lowest in India, and a high 50% active case load. The active cases count has more than doubled between 1st and 17th of September, leading to the state to become the fastest growing hotspot in the country. First, people travel more and start to rejoin their work in different parts of India, especially in metro cities such as Pune, Delhi, Mumbai, and other places. This is where the cases will increase now, and that is when we need to be even more cognizant of the fact that this is in fact a very deadly disease, and we need to be very, very careful, wear masks, and maintain social distancing at all times. If you're restarting your offices anytime soon, please reach back to us to know how much can be of help to you and your organization in restarting your work operations here. Till next week, take care and goodbye.